Welcome back, everyone. I'm going to start off today with some footage from October of last year. This footage, well, I'll just let you watch and see what you think. I mean, pretty much right away, you can tell we're going backwards. I thought I'd show it backwards. It's more fun. See that cast shadow? We're still going backwards. As you can see right there is the planet. Or I wouldn't say planet. I would say that's probably the moon of a planet. See the big cast shadow in the sky? See how everything's just, I mean, even though there's still light, there still can be a shadow, as you can see. I'm guessing that was probably a great big moon. Some pretty wild footage though, isn't it? All right, now, while talking about that, let's look at this. How many of you think that's a planet? That is a flare, and I'm going to show you why. Now, Earth is way over here on the right. That's what you think we're seeing. Now, in order for it to be fully illuminated, it would have to be behind the sun. And even on either side of the sun, you'd still see a little shadow. Now, if it was between the sun and us, it would look like that. And like that when it's on the side, and when it's on the other side, it would look like this. So that is exactly why this can't be a planet. It is a flare. See how my filter has a flare? All right, moving on. Like I said, planets in the sky. Today's video is basically just a run through of old pictures, show what we're looking for. The sun on reflecting off one side of the planet, and you can see how dark side the other side is. And these are all dark sides as well. Otherwise, this would all be illuminated more. And now that you've seen that, yeah, look at that planet. This is before sunrise. That's the sun actually coming up right there. That's what it would look like behind the sun. You know, this is what it looks like in front of the sun. There's that white planet with the black stripes. See the big black stripe and the one little one and the little one below it? It's also right here, the big black stripe with the little one above and one little one below. It's also blocking the light. And there it is again, big black stripe. Little stripes on above and below. Here's the dark side of another planet, as you can see. We're just going through old pictures and kind of trying to get your guys' eyes, you know, adjusted. It does take some adjustment. There's a big cast shadow over there. And you can see these two pretty well. One is a type of light green and probably behind the sun. Here it is later that day. Great big shadows. And there's another one right up there. See how there's no light getting there at all? None of the clouds are illuminated at all. This is basically what we're going to be showing today. Over on the right, as you can see, the great big shadow. A little later, shadow got bigger. Became a huge shadow. And This is what it would look like during the day when a planet is going in front of the sun. As you can see, all the light going around the side here. And we've got just blue sky encroaching into it. And the further the sun decides to go down, the less light we're going to see. See, now it's just up here, and you can see that it's round. And completely eclipsed with just a bit of light coming out the top. You can see that this is always there, this ring. That's what it looks like. It's got a ring. And if there wasn't something over here in front of the sun on that side of it, we would not be getting the shadow because there are no clouds. And as you can see, the light is going down and under this whole area. Notice the little bit of light here and no light over there. See, it's still doing it. Sun is up and that's still not illuminated. Still not illuminated. And over here we got a cast shadow happening. You can see behind the clouds it's a little bit darker than it is anywhere else. And you can see the lights coming out from below the planet and the cast shadow above and one on the right as well, the sun being pinched. Also the cast shadow up on the upper right. Probably with something over here on the bottom left as well. There's the cast shadow from the bottom left one. And this is still up here, as we can see. It's still dark and behind the clouds. And this whole top area, and we've got yellow over here and red over here. This is a sunrise picture. See that? That is not normal. The sun is coming up way over here, see? And also it's coming up around something else. You see how the light's bending around it? Now you can see it even more as the sun's coming around, the light's still going around it, forcing around. And as the sun gets higher, you can still see it's still there with the backside illuminating, us seeing the dark side of it. And I'm pretty sure you can notice that both these sides of the sun is a bit dark-sided. That's because there's two in front of the sun with the light peeking around both, up and from below and above. See, this is the same thing. Two cast shadows. Sun behind them. And you can see over here, the sun bending around the bottom of this blue sky. Yeah, that's the dark side, not the blue sky. So we can have a pretty decent look as to what's going on there. See the white ring I was showing you earlier. And this whole side over here is one big planet, and this is one cast shadow from another one that the light is beaming off of the bottom. And up there, yeah, I was just as surprised as you are. Brown behind the clouds. And there's another one with a dark side. Really easy to see. This one, you got planets on the left and the right. It's usually when we get a halo, because the halo is actually for what's, blocking the light. You can see the light beaming off the bottom of something here, because you got something big over here. Obviously something over here. Maybe just the whole top. It's hard to tell. And you notice this area right here? How there's no sunlight. It just like stops. And we can see the planet cutting off the sun over there, and you can see the cast shadow here. Otherwise, there would be light over there. Here's a picture I took outside. You can see that the line of shadow, and then obviously you can see the sun is being blocked by blue sky, and it's round, probably because it's a great big planet. And here's another area of blue sky from when I took it outside. There's no light getting into back there, so it's not illuminated anymore. That's what it looked like a little later. Cast shadow in the back. Half moon illumination. And here's a sunset video or picture from outside. I thought that was pretty cool. Also a great big cast shadow above the sun there. See how all of this is dark? Another shot of it. You can see the big black stripe right there, and the little stripes below and above. See how it's still shading over here? Nice cast shadow. See? Nice cast shadow. The lower the sun got, the more it turned into a ball. And there it is the next morning. Up in the sky. That's looking straight up, no zoom, taking a picture of what's above. You can see the cast shadows on the left and the right. Sun is below, so we're not getting any glare or flare. You see the shadow here. Now in this one, you can see the crescent here with the dark side and the side that's lit up. And you can also see the black stripes. And this one right here, you see its own shadow with the sun above. This is its dark side. And here's the planet right here. There's the stripes. There it is again. A little bit deeper of a shadow. Sun is right there, and yet shaded over here. This is the flare from the sun, but I just wanted to show how it remained shaded. Even more shaded. Pretty wild when you see it like right there. Also again on this side, great big shadow. No light getting there. Shadow over here. This would actually probably be its dark side and its illuminated side. See the stripes, like I was saying? It's got the thin one, the thicker one, then the thin one again. It's a pattern I've been catching a lot of. As you can see, there's a great big cast shadow right there. It's always best not to have the sun in the picture. And right here you can see that there's an illuminated side and a dark side. Again, great big planet right here, probably one over here as well, but this one definitely as it rolls in on the sunset. See that? Big shadow, look at that. If that don't say hello, I don't know what does. And again, from out in the backyard, great big illumination side, great big dark side. Right over here, underneath the left side of the sun, see the circle dark side. And on this one, I mean, come on, it's big and green. It's got a little one in front of it. It's got a red one behind it. I mean, hello. Say hello, planet. And this one, it's actually behind the clouds. You can see their edges and their craters. And there's the edge of that one, as it's right there, basically. And the sun, you can see, is already up off the side of the screen. You'll have to remember this picture for later because I got another set of pictures. And then you have the dark side there, and you can see there's a dark side here. Not getting any light. More dark side. Great big shadows in the sky. Great big things blocking the light. And on this one, you can see the area that's illuminated and the areas that are not. Pretty sure everybody can see where that's at. And you can see that the upper area is shaded. I put this in black and white because it looks so much better that way. And the bottom is illuminated. And you got a shadow that's all the way this way. See how it's all shaded over here? Sun's right over there, you know. This is all dark and the sun is already down, I think, maybe. Nope, it's almost down though, but here's something in front of the sun as it's going down. You can even see its reflection. And I don't think I need to tell anybody what all that is. That was after sunset. The sun had probably been down 15 minutes or so. And here's the sunset out by my house, and you can see the darkened area. Looks like another cast shadow over there as well. And you can see the planet here with its cast shadow. You got another one behind it cutting in, and one over here as well cutting in. And everybody should be able to see that one on the left. It's big enough. You can see its edge. And this one right here, got a multi. I think this may actually be the cast shadow of this from that. And that's pretty obvious. Don't need to say much about that one. Here's another view of it. You can see its moon probably over here on the right. This is right before sunrise. And we got the same thing on the webcams. The other ones were from my backyard. Most of the ones that are regular pictures are from my backyard. See how it's still dark up there? And this one's kind of interesting. It's got craters. I mean, it's got a dark side, absolutely, and it's got craters. And this one, you can see how this is all dark right here. And yeah, if you can't see that, I don't know what to tell you. It's big, it's green, it's got something next to it. And that one's pretty obvious as well, as you can see. And that one was, I walked outside and took a picture of that. I was like, wow, look at that. And I couldn't just capture it in one little picture, you know, it had to be much, you know, had to be the panoramic because you just had to see the whole sky to see it. You see the cast shadow on the left as well. And you can see how the light's going down and under this area of darkened sky. See how it's got even the shadow there in the darker area. Yeah, got a circle over here, planet, dark side. We got the red, we got the black stripes. You can see that one up there, black stripe, thin stripes. This is before sunrise, and you can see that this is illuminating upwards. There's no sun up enough to get to above the camera yet, so, and this is obvious enough. Great big cast shadow. Sun is behind it. Great big cast shadow. Sun's right there, and it's all dark over here. This is actually facing east at sunset. What an awesome shot. And this is basically an eclipse. We got blue sky right here. That's round. We got a cast shadow here and a cast shadow over here. So the sun was behind there. And this is the dark side of what the sun is beaming off of over here, as you can see. Also, you can see up here and here, the sun is going through too, right? So that's, yeah, that's what it was. And you can see the dark side here, the sunshine goes down and under. Also up here on the left, got a great big duo with the cast shadows. And there it is a little bit later from that last picture as it comes down and it's setting behind the sun, following the sun down. There it is again, a little bit later. And yeah, again, this is the dark side of this. You can see the sun is being blocked. Big cast shadow, big cast shadow. So, I mean, planets are casting these shadows. Big round things, you know, like this big round cast shadow. See how it's illuminated on one side only? I don't think I need to point these out whatsoever. If you can't see those, then I don't know what to tell you. These are our clouds right here. Those are not clouds. Sun is coming up. Actually, it is up, and look at all this. Great big dark side. Light being forced underneath. I think you can see that one there. It also has the black stripes. See the stripes? Also has the stripes. See the stripes? And this is after sunset. You got the red with the dark side, and you got the blue with the dark side. Round in nature, yeah, because you know planets are round. What a great shot! And you can see where the sun is coming up, and this whole area is still dark. That's probably its moon. Got a round dark side cutting off the light. Got another great big shadow over here. Sun's right there, so this should not be dark. Now should it? This next picture is just wild. Got light pushing all the way down and under, reflecting off the bottom. Got a dark shadow casting over here from whatever this whole thing is. And this is a great big cast shadow. The sun is coming up from underneath it. You can see the lights just going everywhere but there. And this is a planet right there. That's what they look like. They're way above our clouds. So these are our little clouds below. This is a planet right here. Probably its moon. Okay, now this is the picture from before. The sun was coming up over here. This is before sunrise. A little bit before that, see, the light is already hitting that planet before the sun ever comes up, and it came up off the right of the screen. This disappeared as soon as the sun came up, but as you can see, a little later in that day, as the sun went down, we're still seeing the splitting of the light. There it is again, still there, still round, still reflecting light. And this one's pretty obvious. I mean, the sun's right there. Do you see any light over here illuminating anything? Or over here? No, you don't. And this little drawing down here is basically showing you what's going on over there. You got the bottom of a planet with the dark side and the another planet there. This one's, yeah, lots of a dark area going on up there. And right here, look at these cast shadows. we got sunlight coming down through the middle with cast shadows across blue sky. Again, we got the picture over here of what we're seeing. Pinch. And this is after sunset. We have a full illumination of what's above and behind the sun, obviously. And these are pretty obvious, I think. Great big dark side, great big dark side. This is after sunset. Cast shadows. Yeah. They're real. They're here. And they're not flares. Flares don't make shadows like this. See this over here? This is awesome too. But this over here is just really awesome. And you can see the great big cast shadow up here. Should be getting light. There's none. And as the sun came up, you can see even more. And I kind of made an illustration down at the bottom, but I mean, look at that dark side. The sun is coming up around something around there. And this is out in the backyard. There's great big cast shadows. Got red with another cast shadow. You got 3 different colors going on here. And this is pretty easy to see. You can see the, oh, actually you can see the black stripes. You can see the roundness there. You got another one, what looks to be behind it. This is after sunset. This is at sunset. Look at all the light reflecting everywhere. I mean, this doesn't happen normally, obviously. And we got the sunset with the light coming out the back side of it, this, what's in front of it right here. We also got this up here and this over here. This is before or after sunset. This is broad daylight, great big dark side with cast shadow, light going around something right there. As you can see, still there. The light's starting to come down and underneath it. There's that black stripe again. And here's another. You see how the light's coming all the way around something there. Got a big shadow over there. Yeah, there's the shadow of the day, huh? What do you think? That's pretty wild. And the sun, you can see, is coming out from all around this round area that's obviously not emitting much light. And there's a big cast shadow here. Probably it's moon above illuminating. And yeah, paging Captain Obvious. Sun, dark side. Sun, dark side. Dark side. I mean, the sun is actually peeking around the side there. Big shadow. See it? Shadow. See that? Another one here. Shadow. Dark sides. And you wouldn't even normally notice it because they're hiding in plain sight. They got everybody looking for these little tiny freaking orbs that are nothing but flares, and people that post them are just wrong. And you can see the illuminated side there and the dark side here with the cast shadow behind it. And they got you looking for these little tiny things, and that's what they want to do. They want to get you looking small so you don't recognize what's going on in the big, you know. It's easier to get people looking for flares, thinking flares are something because they're the size of the moon, I guess. But I mean, even you got to, I mean, that doesn't even make a whole lot of sense, really. I mean, a planet's not going to be the size of a moon. And that's what orbs are. They're the size of a moon, and that's what we expect to see because that's what our moon looks like. But they're not that size. So you could put 50 of our moons. Look at that big shadow on the right. You could put 50 of our moons inside the Earth. That's how small the moon is. Big cast shadow. This is also facing east at sunset. And that one's pretty obvious in the morning when you got the sun coming up and you get this big red round glowing thing. Also, see this darkened area? You see the sun is going up around something round there. This is after sunset. You see the glowing round area. Also, I mean, from this color blue to that color blue, come on. It's got to be a planet. This great big one right overhead. See how the light's coming out around this area? All of this? The sun comes up over here. Sun goes down way over there. And you can see this great big blue area as well with the green on that side. That, you know, blue planet, green planet. And you can see the light pinching through between two and hitting the bottom of another. That is awesome though. Also the sunlight, you see how it's smashed? How it's being smashed from something above? The blue sky is beating into, see that? Into the sun. The sun is being cut off. See? Still being cut off. Coming out everywhere. Also, when the sun goes down way over here on the left, you got light coming out all the way along the bottom and around the side of this big old thing. And you can see the illuminated side, the dark side, the cast shadow. Illuminated side. See how this light, this is sunset from that same location, but it's on this side way over here on the left. This is pointing north, and you can see the light would rather go underneath, and because there was a great big cast shadow there, and there's another one there. And you can see how the blue sky is cutting into the sun, this rounded area. That would be a planet with its dark side and cast shadow behind it. Also, sun is already up. Or it's going down, but look at this great big dark area. Great big dark area. See how the light's just going all around it? And this is an illumination of on the right and a dark side on the left. And so that would be because there's something there. There's no anything there, but yeah, there's something there, all right. You can see that one right there as well. The light's beaming off the bottom of another. See the cast shadow? See how dark it is over there still? And sun is behind all this mess. This is the dark side of one and the dark side of another. These are our clouds. These little ones, at the ceiling of our sky here. And here's a big black stripe. And you can also see this, how it stays illuminated after sunset. See, it's still illuminated. And still illuminated long after dark, long after the sun had set. You see the edge right there. That's the bottom half of it. And this is just an illumination where the light's coming out from behind what's here and illuminating what's above. The sun went down over there. And this is what was in front of it. You see its cast shadow. And that's it. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. if you guys want to watch this cast shadow one more time, if you're still around, we'll run it backwards for you. That's huge, isn't it? I mean, look at that thing. It goes all the way across the sky. Absolutely amazing. And for those of you that missed it earlier and weren't paying attention, you see the round, dark area moving across the sky? That's probably its moon. That greater, darker area behind it, you know? All right. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps you see what you should be looking for in the sky, other than what, you know, what that is. I mean, come on, we should all know this is a flare. If the sun is in the picture, which it really wasn't much in mine, you're gonna have a flare, always. Sun, flare, extra lens, extra window, you get more flares. So anyway, again, I hope you guys had a good weekend. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.